Alright guys, welcome to another edition of Post Flight. Today we're going to talk about a trade that we did yesterday in LOW. As always, the reason why we were interested in this trade had to do with the daily chart. When we look at the daily chart, you can see that LOW decided to gap down into this prior low right here. Right? And so we looked at this and said, alright, well, a gap down into that support, we should look to be long. The bias for us in the room becomes long as soon as possible. So what we were actually looking to do was find the first opportunity to get long, and the way we found that was first thing in the morning, believe it or not, on the 2-minute chart, right over the first bar of the day. And what we decided was we were going to get in over the high and put our stop under the low. And a lot of times we do entries like this in the first flight room, and they're very common. They may seem pretty aggressive, but the risk is always controlled and is always well thought out. And most of the time, we will actually discuss taking this entry before the market opens that morning. Well, in this case, we had an entry right here over 45, and on the 2-minute chart, we put our stop right under the low of the day at 25. That gave us a 20-cent risk for the trade. Now, one interesting thing to note here is, and I know I'm going to use the Qs here as an example, but what happened was we had a nice run up in lows, right? Looked good, everything was fine, and the Qs didn't do anything, right? The market really didn't move higher. What's really interesting is when the market pulled all the way back down to this prior low, look at LOW, didn't even pull back halfway. Right? So we knew at that point we had a pretty strong stock on our hands, and there was no need to take any early profits or make any decisions to get out too soon. What we decided to do was hold for our big target. Now, today we did a discussion in the First Flight Room, a free Wednesday webinar on how to find targets. So many of you joined us for that today, and it was a very, very good discussion. Yesterday, our target on LOW, we decided was going to be right under this base. Right at 1920. So with an entry real early in the day, we knew that we had a strong stock after this did not pull back down to the low, just like the market did. And we said, all right, let's wait and try to hit that target. What happened was, after 10 o'clock, we changed our charts over to 5-minute charts. So I'm going to bring in the 5-minute chart here and just show you what that looks like. Right after 10 o'clock, we switch and start looking at 5-minute time periods. Well, you can see on the 5-minute, we really had no problems. We just continued to move up into our target. And after a brief pop over 19, I believe we got actually to 1910, 1909, okay? We decided we were going to hide underneath that whole number. And at that point, that was going to give us a return of 3 times, basically, what we had risked on the play. Well, it popped just over 19, got to 1910. We put our stop down right under 19, and look at that little tail. It came right on down there, trailed us out. These little bars are probably occurring because of us getting trailed out. No problem. We actually didn't get the last part of that move to our final target. A little disappointing, but all in all, we walked away with just about 3 times what we were risking on this play. And this wasn't even the best play of the day. We actually had a better trade in NWSA. But this one, I really wanted to point out today, something for you guys to take with you, this strength. Right? When you see that your symbol doesn't pull back as much as the market clearly came all the way back down to the low and then some, don't rush out of it. You know, it's exciting to have a little bit of profit in it, but hang on to it. There's always a good possibility you're going to get to that final target, and these are the kind of plays you want to hang on to. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you took this trade with us in the First Flight Room, we ended up with, like I said, just about 3 times what we were risking. It was a nice trade, off to a good start this month, and hope you're enjoying these videos. I look forward to talking to you soon. If you'd like to stop by the room and say hi, ask some questions, you can visit tradingwings.com, and they offer a free 2-week trial, and we'll be there every day. All right, guys, enjoy.